Hello there everyone, and welcome to Shogun 2 Total War. So, I gave you guys the task to vote in this straw poll to see what the next game should be, and hands down, with about almost 50% of the votes, went to Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai. The closest one was another one for, I think it was Napoleon, Masters of Europe, which I kind of want to go through maybe, because now I've done Napoleon Empire, and I can't remember what the others I've done, but I sort of want to do, at this point, go ahead and do a Shogun campaign. And the thing is, Attila and Rome don't get a lot of votes. Same with Warhammer, probably wouldn't get a lot of votes either, because I know I did the Orc campaign, but I did really badly in terms of what views it got. So we'll see if I open up to actually, at this point, after this one then, maybe jump back to Empire Napoleon and do another campaign in one of those. Anyways, we're here for Fall of the Samurai. To make it as easy as possible, because a lot of people have asked what mods I'm using. Shogun has a very developed Steam workshop where you quite easily can go ahead and download the stuff and get your game set to into the mods and so forth. So I've gone ahead and chose a few, DarthMod, and a few extra unit mods and so forth. I've gone ahead. Someone said they wanted 40 stacks armies. Now Shogun actually already has 40 stacks, but you can't stack them in one army. And so, just to get this out, because I couldn't really find the 40 stack thing, where you could stack 40 units in the same army, but you still can have 40 units in the battle, because that's a thing that's part of Shogun. Anyways, let's go ahead and start a new campaign in Fall of the Samurai. And I think, judging by the comments I got, that most people wanted me to play as the Imperials. And we have a number of ones. Saga, which is over there. We've got Su, which is in the middle sort of enemy territory. We've got Chosu over there. So the main ones are really Chosu, Tosa, and Satsuma. And as I recall, I don't exactly remember, but there's two of these that were historically the most two active ones, and it might have been Chosu and Satsuma, and even sort of a bit today, or at least up to World War II, these two clans controlled sort of each branch of the army, as it were. One would control the army, and the other one would control the navy, and if you weren't from sort of that clan or that area, it would be difficult for you to rise through the ranks through those parts. But since Satsuma, you actually get the general of, what's it called? Saigo Takamori, which is the one guy from, what's it called? The one with Tom Cruise. Anyways, he's like a really big figure during the Boshin War. So we're gonna go ahead and play as them. Initial challenge though is easy. I think most for these are easy. Tsu is hard, obviously. And then for the difficulty, I've set it to very hard. The thing is, I think this is the only one where I don't set it to the fullest when it comes to Total Wars, to the full extent. Or we will also do a long campaign, because I've had problems. It might change though with the mods that I'm currently set on. Stupidly enough, I forgot to actually type them down, so I had them ready to sort of say to you. But I know it was the main thing is that I've got the DarthMod, and then I've got one that gives more artillery units, which I thought was interesting. And I think there's one. I think I got the. I'm not entirely sure if it's properly working with the others, but the radius one, which gives correct Boshin War uniforms for the factions. And I think maybe there was something else, or maybe there wasn't. Anyways, they will type down in the description, and they will also be in the playlist for this. But that, without further ado, I think we'll go ahead and start the campaign. And yeah, I've already gone ahead and tested this a bit to see if I could play at this high difficulty and not get absolutely destroyed in the beginning, because I know that Shogun is one of like the one Total War where I can't go to the highest difficulty without the AI, you know, destroying me. I think it's partly because a lot of things. I think we're gonna jump this because, well, if you're really interested about that stuff, you can go ahead and through that. But I think most of the time, maybe those things are better. The viewing of that is probably better for if you're actually in like really into it and you want to play the campaign yourself. Anyways, we start as Satsuma here, and although it saddens me to see our culture deluded by the barbarian way of the Westerners, there are many advantages to embracing their technology. To conduct advanced research, we must first increase our capacity for development by building up our civic and industrial infrastructure. Increase your clan development level, and we'll get Inspired Endeavor, which will gain 50% wealth generated by all buildings across all provinces, and it will last for 12 turns. So very good thing. We want that to happen pretty darn soon. So let's go over to clan development. The thing which I really want to do first off is I want to get that unit replenishment rate. And also, I mean, the Banzai ability is not that, because I don't really plan on going with that many traditional troops. But we're gonna go with that, and then hopefully I'm gonna go to artillery, because we're gonna need that. And as you can see here, normally you have, what is it, the Parrot gun, the Armstrong gun, and something. But here you can see, with the mod that I have currently set on, we've got the 6-pounder light gun, the 12-pounder howitzer, and the 4-inch mortars are the first ones we get. If we upgrade the cannons even further, we get the horse-drawn 6-pounder light gun and the 12-pounder Napoleon long gun howitzer. And also we got some other interesting units there. But we're gonna go with military technologies to start off first. The Navy, we start off at war with the clan here. Kind of interesting, because this sort of mimics what I'm doing with the Mountain Blade campaign I was doing. Now I have neglected that a bit, but this is basically the same. I've taken, I mean, in that campaign I've taken over the Satsuma territory. And as I recall, yeah, I went up to Higo, or I've taken this part, and then I took over to here, and then we sort of started warring with the Tosa, and I'm trying to get allied with the Chosu there. So kind of interesting how this is gonna sort of they're gonna be a bit intertwined, or it's gonna be about the same stuff. So it's winter period. And yeah, one of the things is with the mod, it increases, I think, the amount of turns per year, or maybe that is already in the game, maybe. But there is quite a few, or maybe that is actually part of the game as per normal. I can't exactly remember. But anyways, what we're gonna do to start off with, we're not gonna be able to march on our enemies straight off like in most other Total Wars, where you kind of quickly crush that sort of rebellion group or whatever that's they always set up for you to crush in the beginning. We also start with a vassal here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send one boat to see if we can discover the Tosa, so we can start trade with them. And then I'm gonna send the other one up the coast here, just to discover the other clans along here and see if we can get trade. Because as you see down here, I'm making 637 koku. I'm not sure if it is koku in this. It was koku in the other. And as I recall, koku is basically I think it's the measurement of what a sort of the average man eats proportionately in rice for a day or something like that. So I'm not entirely sure if they've changed the currency system by this time, but maybe I should just call it. I don't know. Let's go ahead and see. So we've got the Saga, which is pro-imperial, but they're indifferent with me because they've got past grievances with us. So they're not too happy with this. Integrity, sufficient, temperament, ambitious, attitude, indifferent, and then the moderate in both things. They've actually got one big advantage here. You can see the trade partners. They're able to trade with the UK, France, and the US, which probably gives them quite a bit of coin, and also probably gives them access to some interesting weapons. But right now, it looks as though we can't really open any other trade routes. We're already trading with the Kumamoto and our vassal. I'm gonna see about reaching out to Tosa and Chosu, because if we just look here on the map here, we can see sort of which ones do not like us. So we've got quite a few here in the north, where the support for the Shogun is stronger. Really doesn't like us, and then we got what looks like quite kind of neutral-ish factions here. Yes. So let's go ahead and see. What we're going to do is first we're going to go ahead and recruit a police officer, but then I'm actually going to tear this building down and we're going to replace it with one of these, but cadet school. So we get the normal line infantry rather than garrison line infantry. And the difference is there that the line infantry will fire by rank. So if you have 3 ranks, of first rank and then kneel and then second rank fire, while the militia, which you normally have, only fire first. So also, since this is DarthMod, they've gone ahead and reduced the accuracy. I mean, in the normal Fall of the Samurai, the accuracy is crazy to the point where you're just massacring everything you fire upon with certain units. There's a so high amount of just accuracy. The thing is, it's the same with I can't remember what the other one, but basically they've gone ahead and sort of open up the spread for where the bullets land. So there is an increased risk for team hits or shooting your friendlies in the back. Anyways, down here we're actually going to build an artillery range. We're not going to be able to build artillery in the beginning, but maybe I shouldn't actually. I built it the last time, but maybe I should build something else here, because we're not going to be able to build artillery off in the beginning. One thing that's going to be good is going to be trade. So maybe I'll build a port instead, and we'll hold off on maybe building. Maybe I could build an inn. Cannon range. I'm not entirely sure if I should build that here. Maybe I should build a police school here instead. It depends. This region doesn't really have anything. The farming is meager. So trading would be encouraged. So maybe I will go ahead and build an inn then. And then hopefully what we can do is we can upgrade the town here to incorporate, so we can have the cannon range here as well. Because what we can have here is we have a blacksmith which increase the accuracy of our units. Right now it's up to 5 plus points, but it can go up to 10, which I will do by upgrading this. Cost us a lot of money, but I do not really need to recruit troops at this point. And here we got Saigo Takamori. I'm going to put him right there, and we're going to take this one, the foreign veteran, Seth Patrick, 32-year-old foreign veteran, and he is going to train, or help train, Takamori's troops. And we're going to just move over this guy there, and this guy from over there. And boom, Bob's your uncle. I think we're off to a pretty good start. Let's go ahead and end turn. Some ships from Saga, they're moving. I don't expect the enemy to strike at us since it's a winter period, and they would be suffering if they went through. So we're gonna just go ahead and discover. Gonna discover this island out here, but it's not really a friendly friendly port there. And then we're gonna try to go through here. Maybe I should have gone closer to here, but I think we actually saw this clan just by going close there. So yes, I think we can see most factions in our area right now. Yeah. And then we're gonna go ahead and discover the Tosa. And what else is on this island? And then we're gonna go here. And that's the Tosa Navy. And then we're gonna bring the navies back together. And they're gonna set up outside of this area. And they're gonna go ahead and start shelling their armies and their town if necessary. So let's go ahead and see if we cannot get some trade going with the Tosa. The Tosa are very friendly with us. Bit of past grievances, but I think that is clan commands respect. So it's very good. Go ahead and request trade. Boom! They go ahead and accept. Very good. Let's see. Do we have anyone else? No. As my port is upgraded, we will get more trade. But it's good. Then we got Tosa's allies. The Red Bears are on our side. We're upgrading some stuff. The police officer, I'm actually going to send him here trying to soften up this province, because he can spread pro-emperor sentiment, which is going to be good. And then we're going to build a cadet school over here, and then later on we will be able to recruit troops with increased accuracy in three turns. And as I said, I don't expect the enemy to go ahead and attack us. Let's go ahead and end turn once more. Now I can feel it in my throat now because I've been moving stuff around because I'm about to move, and so I can feel there's quite a bit of dust in my throat now, so I'm trying not to cough. Shogunate loyalists will stop at nothing to prevent the Emperor's return to power. We must claim the territory for ourselves if we are to be prepared for an all-out conflict. Strengthen our position within a certain amount of turns. It doesn't actually say. I don't think it just says take it. So we get Emperor's mandate if we go ahead and take that. And what it does, it's increasing the spread of pro-imperial sentiment across all provinces, +2 influence, and that will carry on for 12 turns upon completing the mission, which is very good. Now let's go ahead and merge the navy once more. I don't think the enemy has a navy. And we stop just outside the port. Can't see their army. We've got some nice tea plantations here. So if we take this, we could see quite a bit of... Oh, you know what? He is already on the move. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. What we're going to do then is, if the bastard actually tries to move through this area, we're going to set up an ambush here. And I'm also going to call out the other generals, because one of the things is, if you embed the generals in this army, they won't get experience points. But if they reinforce, for each victory they get 3 points, which is good. I could go ahead and assassinate, but I don't have any money for that. So instead we're going to continue, go down here, and hopefully we'll see, yes, pro-emperor sentiment is growing in this area, which is good. That we can also see they are recruiting some more troops. So if he goes through here, my troop will go ahead and ambush him. We do a lot of it though is spear levies. I would have liked maybe to have some other troops, but nevertheless we can beat the enemy if he comes across. Saigo Takamori is ready to ambush them as they go across. Right, I couldn't trade because my port is not ready yet, and clan development, we still have 2 turns until that's ready. Let's go ahead and end turn. Let's see if the enemy... Oh, they did not dare march through. Maybe they saw my ambush. or they are fearful. Oh, a clan was destroyed. Which one? Iwakuni. I don't give a shit because I don't know where they are. So they're increasing the size of the town. They have got a cadet school already, and they're building a port. Right, we're gonna get our navy up here. I'm gonna start bombarding their army. We killed 70 Yarikachi. Yarikachi is very good in melee combat against these early units. So it's well that we kill a few of those. One more turn, then I'll be ready to... Is the port ready? No, the port is one turn away as well. Well then we can't really do anything. Hopefully, the foreign veteran will soon get a level. Same for my police officer. Oh, he's respectful and patriotic. Good. These guys, do they have anything like that? No? The loyal at least. You can go into the clan management. We get a number of different things we can look at here, but family council is generals can get commissions like this to improve them, and that's why really I want to bring all the generals with me, to bring them with me to get their level, because the higher the stars on the general, the more. So if I put him as commission of, say, let's see, what commissions are there? So let's say commission of chief of staff. Does it give me controller, commander-in-chief, inspector general? It will give faction-wide bonuses, and also within the province he's in. And the more stars, the better the improvements are. So you want to spread out the amount of stars you get to all your generals. Anyways, let's go ahead and end turn, and I think we're about to reach springtime. So we'll be able to move into the enemy territory without suffering the consequences of barren land. And a hand opening welcome, a clenched in a fist, remains a hand. And we've got spring, shivering beauty, raise my spirit higher, the herald of spring. Springtime, happiness across all provinces, because now we don't have to worry about winter. Right, maybe I'll go ahead and hire a geisha, but I think since we just got the cadet school and the ironworks, which will increase the accuracy as you see here, and also the superior armor, but these guys don't really have armor, so I'm not entirely sure. So at this point my troops have 10 more accuracy than normal line infantry, which means might have an accuracy of 40. They also have improved armor, but I don't know how much that would be. I guess they have 3 armor to begin with. We can actually look at the one we have here. So he has 3, so now we have 5. It's not a lot, but it's something. Let's go ahead and recruit. We can recruit 2 of these. We're not gonna need a lot of troops, I don't think. If I keep bombarding these. And what I would like though is it would be really nice if I could get artillery, because it's kind of hard to blow it up. But now when we have the ships close to the town, we'll be able to have the ships to call in their artillery fire on the town. Quartermaster's report. We've got line infantry, and really good line infantry at that as well, marching up to take part in Saigo Takamori's army. And you know what? I think we might need some more cavalry. Since we are attacking a fort, most likely I think the enemy is going to go ahead and retreat back into the fort once we actually cross into their province. We're gonna need more line infantry to attack it rather than bringing in a lot. Oh yeah, you know what? I forgot, my harbor just got upgraded, which means that I can probably open up oh, the Imakuni is back. They were destroyed, but now they're back. Let's see, we should be able to get some more trade. We've got, these guys are friendly with us, 12 plus. These are 12 plus as well. Probably need something more than 12 though. The Saga. Saga is 12 plus as well. I'm not sure. Saga do trade with the British, so they could possibly.
There is always a.
Let's see. Boom. Yes. So since we'll be able to get tea later on, we could sell the tea to the Saga, and the Saga can sell it to the British. But hopefully at some point we'll be able to send it directly to the British, increasing our profits. So now I have quite a lot of troops, and I think we're positioned to attack them. They don't seem to be bringing in any more troops, so next turn I will go ahead and start to advance. Also, I don't really have money to buy any more troops, but as you can see here, oh, you know what? I forgot. Crap. I forgot to switch this. We need to go for this. Fine, since this one is already being done and it's 2 turns away. It's gonna be 6 turns until we get proper artillery though. Say, you know what? We need artillery so badly. If we're gonna take forts and stuff later on, so we need that as soon as possible. Right, let's go ahead and turn. And next turn, we'll be marching on Yunga. Butchering all the Japanese name. But luckily, I don't think any Japanese people are watching this. Foreign veteran, increasing rank. Seth Patrick. Boom. Let's go ahead and see what retrainers can you have. A needle gun, 5 plus accuracy, reloading skill for rifle armed troops in the army, which disarm. Now, technically, maybe you could say that all troops carry rifles because they maybe have rifled barrels, but what I mean is really the skirmish troops. So that's not necessarily super good. Opera glasses, one of those with a little handle. And go, ooh, look at that! Look at that! It seems like Sir James Boyce is here. Yes, bastard, looking at the opera. So I think this one is probably better. And then soldier or officer. Now I think soldier will give him more of abilities when he's actually out harassing and doing stuff like that. But we'll have him mostly tagging around with Saigo and training troops, so we'll go for officer. I've fired a bullet on every continent. Hit some too. Yes, haha. So, right, we are now ready to start marching upon our enemies. Oh yes, forgot these guys. Okay, we'll have to stop a little bit to bring those up. But now we are marching. Let's go and bomb this bastard one more. Matchlock Kachi and the spear levy got hit. So all of these units are kinda hit here, which is good. Because then they will be, their morale will be maybe affected by being under artillery barrage for most of the year. Let's go ahead and then turn once more and see if we cannot march and destroy our enemies. Everyone who is disloyal to the Emperor must die. Okay, so they're going out to face us in open battle, which is gonna be their mistake, their undoing. But first, the police officer, I guess maybe they moved away because now I won't be able to use the artillery on them. What retrainers can you use? Philadelphia Derringer, 5 plus chance of killing enemy agent in self-defense. So this is basically for him not getting assassinated, and this one is for him assassinating, so it depends. I think I will be using this one mostly to change the allegiance of provinces, so I think this one is probably better. And then we've got Militant, which is if he's going around assassinating and doing insulting revolts and stuff, while this one is for persuading troops, rallying populace and such. So we're gonna go for this one, the Meditator. And let's bring up these troops. We're gonna bring this one closer so he'll be able to join in the battle. And then Saigo Takamori will... anticlimactic, the bastard runs. Hides in the bloody forest. We're gonna put these two generals in the forest here, so he doesn't go. Maybe I should put one of the generals up in front, just to he might be dragged into sort of attacking him. Maybe we can go to the edge here, because he still will affect the province, and I can take a look at Bungo. And we'll be ready here with the navy to bombard a place. Maybe I should actually already start bombarding it. So the stronghold and the largest town got almost entirely destroyed. It looked like that on the picture, but I guess that was the damage inflicted rather than damage or the health left of the buildings. But we did a lot of damage here. This is, oh, and I like the fact that they've gone ahead and upgraded the plants there as well, or the tea plantation. Means we're gonna get a lot of money once we take this. And I can't really trade, no, can I? Nope. Right, let's go ahead and end turn. Let's see if we can draw into the first battle against our enemies. It's taking quite a while. Okay, so he's actually going to retreat back to town. The silly bastard.